Welcome to Nugget 85 with Steve Grohman. And in the last Nugget, we talked about Pluto being deplanetized, Mike Brown coming up with this other ginormous planet way on the other side of Neptune, and he doesn't really know how far it is, and we explained about why he thinks it's there. And then let's continue on, because I know we wanted to get into the Bible and contrast what NASA is saying and these type of evolutionary cosmologists say as compared to the Bible.
A little recap. Pluto was discovered in the 30s, and it was considered a planet, the ninth planet. And then in 2006, it actually was dethroned. And then in 2017, again, articles were written about how some are saying, no, it is a planet, and it always has been. My point is, they don't even know if Pluto is a planet. Everybody's seen depictions of the solar system, whether in some form or another, even a mobile over your bed when you were just a week and a half old, perhaps. Something interesting about the solar system and the planets in general. I know we ended last time by talking about, I think Dana mentioned for you to look up the word planet in the Bible. The word planet is in 2 Kings 23:5, and it's only been in the Bible one time, and even at that, it's only in a King James Bible. One time, but it's talking about people that were that burned incense unto Baal, to the sun, and to the moon, and to the planets, and to all the hosts of heaven. The word planets, Mazalah, literally means a constellation, that is, a zodiacal sign. Anytime on the definitions where they have the colon at the end and then the hyphen and then the word planet, for instance, is used there, is because that's the word they used that word for. That word Mazalah was used one time in the Bible, and they used it to say planet.
So that's the word planet is at the end of the definition. That's the word that we would find in our English Bible.
Right, but that's not
translating
that's
the
not
Hebrew word.
The definition of the word. That's the word they used for that definition.
That's just how it's styled.
Most other translations will say, if you look at it, to the sun, talking about the burning the incense to Baal, to the sun, to the moon, and to the constellations, and to all the hosts of heaven. Every other word means constellation because the word Mazalah literally means constellation. I want to show you something really, really interesting. Matthew 24, verse 4 and 5, Jesus talking, it says, And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. What's interesting is that word deceive, 4105. That word deceive, notice what it is, planeo. And it's from 4106, but it means to roam from safety, truth, virtue, to go astray. This is how they used it, go astray, deceive, err, seduce, wander, be out of the way. It's actually used 39 times in the Bible, but it's from 4106, which means it's from 4108, which means fraudulence, straying from orthodoxy or piety. And it's used as the word deceit, to deceive, delusion, error. It's used another 10 times there. And 4108 is what that one's from, and it means roving as a tramp, by implication an imposter or misleader. And it's used as deceiver, seducing, and such. The point is, 4105, 4106, 4107, 4108, every version, every derivative of that word, planetes, means a rover. It means an erratic teacher, a wanderer, and it's always used there. And you know what's interesting? The word planet in English, the definition of the word planet means a wanderer. That's what that word actually means there also. These planets that they call them, they're erratic teachers. They have strayed from what all the other stuff in the sky does. But I find it interesting that the word planet is actually the word that Jesus uses when he's talking about people are going to be deceived, and people are deceiving many.
The Bible says in the creation chapter that he created the sun, the moon. Well, he actually said the greater light, the lesser light, which we understand to be the sun and the moon, and the stars also. He doesn't mention planets. And so these planets that, whether we have 8 or 9 or 10 or 12 or however many of these evolutionary cosmologists want to come up with, calling those, it looks like...
now exoplanets, they're up into the billions.
But God does not speak of those.
No, he doesn't say that.
When Jesus himself spoke of the word planet, he was using a term that meant a deceiver. And it's kind of interesting. That is what the English definition, when we look at that, they include the term wanderer.
Yes, it's extremely interesting, I think.
We actually have the slide from an article in Science News in April 2017 when they were talking about what is a planet. And it says, for centuries, the word planet meant wanderer and included the sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. And eventually the moon and sun were dropped from the list, and Uranus and Neptune were added along with Pluto. And I know we've gone over this many times in the different space lessons that we have put up, and that's not the point of this. The point is to reiterate that planet means wanderer. Correct. And that is what the Bible definition of it is, because entomology is entomology. It can't hide anything when you
Right,
just straight out look at what these definitions are.
Right, and like this article says, and you can look it up, by the way, in Webster's. Webster's also includes, the definition of planet includes the sun and the moon. Well, those aren't considered planets anymore. The point is they mess this stuff up all the time, and they always have been messing it up all the time, and it is their worldview that everything is filtered through. It's a worldview that everybody filters everything through. When we believe the Bible, then we believe the Bible. And if they refuse to believe the Bible, people do, they're going to see everything through that different worldview. They're going to change their mind all the time. But the Bible says, thy word is truth, the Lord says, John 17:17, and it is forever settled in heaven. So it doesn't change.
And this is just good ammunition for students to have when they have to take an astronomy class in college, or they are going over the planets and learning them in high school, or parents, when your children get hung up on this, use this information and show them, no, look, this is what we were taught. They were adamant about it for decades and decades. And now Mike Brown comes along and comes up with some new ideas, and probably in 80 years, a new scientist will be debunking both of them.
Oh, yeah.
So we're just saying debunk on both of them.
Absolutely. And we just always need to go back and see what is thus saith the Lord on any issue. There's so much more that can be said on this topic, but we should probably wrap it up with that.
Right. We just want to give them a nugget.
Just a nugget.
All right. Well, thank you. We hope you are enjoying these nuggets and the longer videos that we are posting on our YouTube channel, Steve Grohman, and our Facebook pages, A Creation Seminar and Steve Dana Grohman. This is a listener-supported ministry. Please tell your friends and family about our YouTube channel and our Facebook pages. These nuggets are to encourage you and encourage your family and encourage your walk with God. As you know, we are normally in churches presenting our seminar. Because of COVID, we have been derailed greatly. Our last meeting was the first week of March, and now we have had one in this last week of June, extremely scaled down version of the seminar. We have recently had 7 cancellations for July and August. So if you will keep us in your prayer, if you are blessed by these nuggets and could become a monthly partner with us, that would be greatly appreciated. Or if you could consider giving a one-time donation to help us continue to produce these nuggets and continue this ministry during such unprecedented times. Thank you.